Welcome back to the channel, boys. Fabloonski's coming at you next with his Whisper of Hedrons build. But before I get into it, I just want to say two things. One, the amount of support and the amount of subscribers and views I got on my last video was amazing, guys. Thank you. Let's keep the train rolling. Let's keep it moving. More builds are coming. And two, on top of trying to create content for my YouTube channel, I'm also trying to prep my Titan for the world's first raid race. Now, expect to see mainly Titan builds for right now until my Titan is of level for the raid race. Then I'm gonna switch to my Warlock next. That's the one that's the one I'm more interested in other than the Hunter. You know, Hunter looks fun, but I think the Warlock has some pretty nice build potential and it just looks sick. But yeah, just expect a couple more Titan builds. Once my Titan is raid ready, then I'll hop on my Warlock. I'm very excited for the raid race. I have a feeling we can actually compete. I wouldn't be surprised if we got worlds first. Honestly, I know that there's some very good teams, but we're good too. You know what I'm saying? I can't discount my team, and we're great. But all right, let's get on to the build now. So of course we're rocking behemoth, and actually look at the back. Wow, that looks really cool. That looks sick. All right. Anyway. So my grenade. This is pretty important here. I have the Coldsnap grenade, a grenade that freezes on impact and sends another seeker to find and freeze targets. It is so good if you have anything that revolves around freezing, shattering the frozen enemies, whatever it is. I really like this grenade, especially for this build. Now, the only aspect I have is the crowd aspect. I actually been using it a lot because of the slide. It's so fast. I'm able to get, especially in PvP. I play a little bit of PvP. You can actually get around corners. You can ape pretty damn good with it. I'm not going to be taking advantage of shattering the crystals as much, but it's still a really good one to have. Plus, it's the only one, and it also unlocks the fragment aspect. I'm sorry, the fragment slot, and this is the fragment Whisper of Hedrons, whatever. Gain a bonus to weapon damage after freezing a target with Stasis. It does take away a little bit from my strength, but if you guys can see in the bottom left here, I have 103 discipline, so I'm going to be able to take advantage of this very, very often. Now, as for my loadout, I have a shotgun with demolitionist on it. Any shotgun will do with demolitionist, or any weapon with demolitionist, honestly. I just happen to have it in my kinetic slot. But then this right here is where I have two options. Now I can run my Reckless Oracle with Outlaw Kill Clip. Stack it. It does stack with Kill Clip, and I think since Kill Clip gives like what 30% extra weapon damage, I think Whispers of Hedrons gives like another 30 or 35%. I'm not good at math. I know it's not 100, but it adds on a lot of extra damage. If you proc Kill Clip and the Whispers of Hedrons, you can do some pretty insane damage. So I have this choice. And then I also have this weapon right here, Gnawing Hunger with Field Prep Demolitionist. So whatever I want to do, if I want to have a consistent grenade up, being able to have, you know, that bonus damage, or, you know, it's actually funny too, because this Gnawing Hunger also has Kill Clip as well. So I can just swap between the two if I wanted to, either get that extra crazy bonus damage or constantly have a consistent damage bonus. So either one works, honestly. And then for my heavy, I just have my grenade launcher. Anything would do, honestly. I guess you can put demolitionist weapon. I don't know. You can put a demolitionist weapon, I guess, whatever you want to do. So let's move on to my stats now. We got 47 mobility. We got 70 resilience. We got 35 recovery. We got 103 discipline. This is going to be very handy. The grenade cooldown is pretty long in the Stasis subclass, so I actually think I might swap to the demolitionist weapon, but first I'm going to leave on the Kill Clip one for right now. And I have 22 intellect and 68 strength. So let's start with the helmet. We have discipline mod to increase my discipline, obviously. We got shotgun ammo finder, so that way I'm able to keep using demolitionist on that shotgun. And then we got firepower while charged with light. You guys already know what this does, but it gives me some some grenade energy whenever I'm charged with light, as long as I have charges with light stacked. On my arms, I have a discipline mod as well. I have auto rifle loader, and then we have sustained charge. Become charged with light by rapidly defeating combatants with auto rifles, trace rifles, or machine guns. Additional copies of this mod increase the time allowed between combatants that are defeated. Interesting. Actually, I didn't even know that. But that's really good to know. So you have more time to get those kills. Honestly, one mod is fine, but if you want to stack it, go ahead. As for my chest piece, is armamentarium, which is my exotic piece of choice. And before I continue, I just want to say this. The new Stasis subclasses allow you to use one exotic and make two different builds. The last build I used with the crowd aspect, focus on that. Also utilize armamentarium, completely different playstyle, same exotic, but achieved a different goal. And now I'm using it with this build, so it's a more weapon focused build, and I'm able to get that weapon damage. I have two grenades, completely different playstyle. So one exotic, just because of the subclass, one exotic can do two different things, and I actually love that. But anyway, so obviously the perk on it is I get an additional grenade charge, but the mod I have is strength mod, melee damage resistance, that way I get, you know, damage resistance against those enemies that rush me. shotgun reserves, and then taking charge, become charged with light by picking up an orb of power. Absolutely love this. And whenever you have master weapons, it's a must-have. On my legs, we got another discipline mod. We got shotgun scavenger, so I can take advantage of the demolitionist perk on my shotgun. We got traction, and then we have another firepower mod. These things do stack. One of my subscribers did bring this to my attention. I tried it out, and if you have, I have 3 on this build, you get at least half of your grenade energy. It's insane. I didn't even know it stacked, but using it now, I think this is like, this might be the play for me from now on. I love grenade builds, and this is just adding stat. It is so powerful. And on my Titan mark, I have another strength mod. We got Bomber, reduce grenade cooldown when using your class ability. I hardly ever use my class ability with the Stasis subclasses, but there it is. I didn't feel like using like snap load finisher or something, I don't know. And then we got another firepower mod. Again, I said I have 3 of these things on. With 3, you're getting about half of your grenade energy. It is so good. And if you have 2 stacks of charge with light, you can use your grenade, use it again, and then you have another grenade. That's 3 grenades back to back right there, just for having 2 stacks of charge light. It is insanely good. So after trying this build out with both the outlaw kill clip weapon or the demolitionist weapon I have, the gnawing hunger or the reckless oracle, I found that using gnawing hunger with demolitionist was so much more fun in my opinion. Although it was nice to have that insane damage buff when you have kill clip stacked with the damage buff from Whispers of Hedrons, the fact that you can consistently have a grenade ready with a demolitionist weapon makes this build way better in my opinion. You know, I'd rather consistently have damage bonuses than have big bursts of damage when you have outlaw kill clip. When you have kill clip and the Whispers of Hedron both at the same time. I found it more fun for me because you guys know I love using grenades. I love using grenades so much, and especially using this one, seeing everything freeze and then shatter them, and then getting your stacks of charge with light, getting 3 grenades back to back. If you have 2 stacks, you can get 3 grenades immediately, like using both your grenades with armamentarium, and then because you're using both of them, you get another one at the end because you have 3 firepower mods on. So having 3 freezing grenades, and then you have the damage buff consistently for 10 seconds. It lasts 10 seconds long. It is so good. This might be my favorite build I've created so far with the Stasis subclasses. And again, like I said earlier, all I'm doing is using armamentarium, but I'm using it in 2 different ways. I'm extremely excited to experiment with some of these other exotics because you can use, like I said, one exotic in 2, 3, 4, whatever, however many different ways you want to use it. And I absolutely love that about the Stasis subclasses. I can't wait to see the more aspects, all the other fragments I can get and stuff like that. Like, it is just endless. It is so much fun. I love the customization. This is what we need in Destiny, and Bungie delivered with the subclass customization. A lot of people have been asking for it because D1 had a little bit different customization. D2, the light subclasses is just like the diamonds, but this is just all out customization. However you want to do it, you can. My Titan's going to be different from the next Titan and the next Titan, or the Warlock and the next Warlock. It is so much fun, guys. Experiment, try out all the exotics because they work differently with these new subclasses. You can create some nutty builds. So if you guys want to see some nutty builds, stay tuned because they are coming, I promise. But if you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps me out a lot. You can also check out my other videos. Links are in the description below. I have a lot of crazy builds, so go ahead and check that out. And you might as well follow my social media. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, both at @fat_balloonskis. But with all that being said, deuces.